I've got one of those. Here's a nail gun, Porter cable. I kind of like that. Mine's metal up the top, but nowadays they've got all this in plastic to make it a little bit cheaper to make. Plus, it makes it a little bit lighter. He's got some hoses here. You know, he's got that because they're going to install the new trim on the outside and the interior trim. They're going to use the nail gun. I'm not seeing the nail gun, but here's the hoses for it. Okay, he's probably got them in his truck. Here's the new door system right here. And they've got a nice little portable table saw. They're going to use that to rip their trim down if they need it. Patch and paint stuff. And I like this saw right here, and it just happens to be a Ryobi. Now see how the guard or the fence is kind of long, let's say. Okay, and it looks a little bit unorthodox. It's got a length here. It's like, what is all that about? It's locked right now. Well, I'll show you that later. What that is if you've got trim that's like maybe wider than a 1x4 material, let's say it's 1x6, and a regular miter saw that comes down and cuts it, maybe you can't cut it off. Well, this, you pull it up and then come down and cut it, and then you pull it away from it. So you could cut 1x8s, 1x10s, even 1x12s, however far this sticks out. Okay, and I think you can also put this at an angle. I like that. My saw that I have only chops straight down, and it does angles, and you can flip this down at 45, different types of angles. But this does all of that. But then as you cut it down, you can pull it back and forth. Okay, see how wide of a piece of trim? If you had a board, 1x12 or 1x10, let's say, and you got it from here all the way out to here, this saw runs on this glide here, see? And you pull it in and out, just chop down, lift up on it, chop down, and pull it towards you, and you'll cut it all the way off. I'm liking that. Now, dabbity nabbit, look at this. I got some stuff on my shoe already, and I'm not even doing any work. I got to be careful with that because they got white carpet in there. You're getting the red carpet service today, all right. Got white carpet in there, so I got to make sure I'm careful coming up and down this carpet and stuff. Okay, and if you step in something like that, just make sure before you start walking out on carpet that you don't traipse stuff around all over the place. You may have to wrap some plastic around your shoes or something, or those little booties. You know, that's what I've seen lots of guys have, and I don't know if these guys have any or not. You put them on your shoes, and so every time you go on the carpet, you have these booties on, so nothing on your shoes gets on the carpet. Can you imagine if you got the black tar stuff on white carpet and you traipse it all over the place? After you leave, somebody comes unglued. Now you're going to have to go and try to clean it off. And then spot cleaning, that kind of stuff, I don't know. You may have to get a professional carpet cleaner out there and do a number on the carpet. Add a couple more $100 to your project if you're not careful. See, he's making me a believer about this tape measure not taking it off. Just setting it up there. See, he's measuring now. He's going to rip some pieces to fill in this opening before he does the trim. See, he's going to have to rip something in here, and he's got that. That's what that little table saw is for out there. Okay. Hey, can you tell me very quickly why you like that type of miter saw?
You get a wider cut. You cut wider material.
Show me how that action works there.
Actually, the compound slider.
Yeah, the compound slider, yeah.
I can get up to like 11 and a half inches without having to turn the material over and cut both ways.
Right. Well, that, can you, with this particular one, angle too?
Yeah, and you can do
okay,
the
so it'll angle.
and you can do all that.
Well, I mean angle that way, but can you take this and run that sideways too?
And you can cut crown moldings and all of that.
Right.
Without having to use the crown molding at an angle. You can just set it flat with your compound and cut that way.
Right, because you can lift this up higher and then slide it through.
Yeah, a lot easier.
Okay. And what was the proper, what did you call this? It's a miter?
Compound miter.
Compound miter.
It's a sliding compound miter saw.
Sliding compound miter saw. Okay. I like that. You know what he was saying on the 1x6, even this 1x6 material right here, you run a regular miter saw, compound miter saw at a 45, you can't cut through it all the way without having the sliding compound miter saw. Think about that before you purchase a standard compound miter saw. Might be something you need.